Coming up, it's the Bloom Nutrition Special, and my special co-host today is top model, nutritionist, and fitness enthusiast, Daniielle Knudson. We're gonna have so much fun today.
Yes, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be making snacks for the kiddos, packed with iron, and we're gonna cook up all kinds of deliciousness in the Bloom kitchen.
And don't forget, I'm gonna take you through a full body workout and then reward you with a smoothie.
I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna have that and more coming up. With Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, starts now. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. I'm Gayle Guyardo. Thank you so much for joining in. Meet my special celebrity guest host today. She is nutritionist and top model Daniielle Knudson. I'm so excited to have you on the special.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
So I know you are a huge fitness enthusiast, but I want to talk a little bit about your modeling career. You have really traveled the world and been on the cover of so many different magazines. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I've been modeling since I was 15, and I've been very grateful and fortunate to travel all over the world, grace the cover of many magazines, shoot for many campaigns, and yeah, this one actually is for Elle Officielle, which is an Australian magazine, and I got to shoot the cover. This is one of my many Guess campaigns. I've been the face of Guess for about 7 years, so this was my very first one. This was the Gumball Rally campaign for Guess, which was one of my favorite campaigns I probably shot with them.
Yeah, and you even caught the eye of Justin Bieber, didn't you, on social media? Tell me about that, the Biebs.
Yes, fellow Canadian.
Okay.
So he posted a photo of me on his Instagram. It was actually one of my Guess campaigns, and just said, "Who is this Guess model? She's stunning." And then from there, you know, it kind of increased my following and just boosted everything. It was crazy.
That is crazy. I know, Daniielle, I'm old enough to be your mom, and I will tell you, I grew up wearing Guess jeans, so extra excited to have you today. And I know you're from Canada, and you really have a background in sports. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I've been extremely athletic my whole life. I was a figure skater for all of my younger years, and then I was a competitive skier on the Canadian freestyle ski team. So sports and anything to do with athletics has been a huge part of my life.
Tell me about this new project that you've got going on. It's called Level Up, right?
Yes. So it's called Level Up by DK. It's a health and wellness fitness app where we have female and male certified trainers. We have 300 plus programs of all level entry for working out. So if you're a beginner or expert or low impact, whatever you need, we have everything. We have tons of nutrition guides and yeah, everything health and wellness.
Well, I know in a little bit you're going to level up my workout, right? We're going to change up a little bit later.
I'm going to take you through a 3-minute full body workout.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to be sweating up. And then, but you did promise that you will be rewarding me with a smoothie as well, because you're really good at nutrition.
Yes, I'm going to make you an extremely healthy green smoothie bowl.
Okay, well, this is going to be an exciting show. And by the way, speaking of nutrition, we're about to spice things up in the kitchen with physician nutritionist specialist, Dr. Melina Jampolis. Welcome.
Thank you for having me back. Excited to be here.
So, doctor, there are 7 herbs and spices that can add health benefits to your life.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more than 7, but these are seven of my favorites. And I wanted to really give you easy and practical ways to implement them into your diet on a regular basis, because research really shows that if you're consistent with eating more herbs and spices, they can lower inflammation and have a host of potential health benefits. So we'll get started on this end. One of my favorites, and I think everybody loves this, is cinnamon. And it not only tastes great, and it tastes great in baked goods. I made it with some homemade muffins here. I even put a little bit in my coffee every morning. You can put it in yogurt, plain yogurt, to give it a little bit more flavor. It's also great for blood sugar. It can support healthy cholesterol, and it can help with a healthy digestion.
And yeah, so go ahead, doctor, and just kind of talk us through what each one does to bring the healthy body table. What exactly is that?
I love that you call it the Healthy Body Table. Yeah, this is really how to just augment your health. And the theme of National Nutrition Month is really bringing flavor to food, which is perfect for herbs and spices. So next I have ginger. Ginger's got a little bit more kick to it. I love to actually have it in a tea. You can also put a little bit in yogurt. It actually helps. There was one research study that showed having a cup of ginger tea before a meal actually helps you feel fuller, faster. So it can be good for weight loss and for feeding the bacteria in your gut. Cumin is one of my absolute favorites. I love the flavor. I add it to everything. Studies have shown that eating cumin regularly can actually help reduce belly fat. It can help your body use insulin better. I love to put a little bit in store-bought hummus or even store-bought soups. This is a great one, like a butternut squash, to give it a little more depth of flavor. In terms of herbs, oregano is one of my favorites, and it's one of the best for your gut. It helps increase the healthy bacteria in your gut and decrease the bad bacteria. So it's really great. And I just throw it in eggs for my kids every morning when I make them eggs. You can also put it in store-bought marinaras. They sometimes come with a little bit of herbs and spices, but why not add more and boost up the health value and the flavor? And then rosemary is a great one too. Actually, Napoleon used to bathe in baths of rosemary because his doctor told him that it was the key to eternal youth. And there is some truth to that because it actually helps protect your skin from the UV damage of the sun. Plus, it's also great for the brain and for the heart. And it's so easy to use. I usually use it on grilled vegetables. Of course, it tastes great on poultry. And I'll even throw it into like a pre-made, super easy. This is just oil and vinegar and a little bit of rosemary. That's it. That's my salad dressing. So cilantro, I happen to adore. 10% of the population is genetically predisposed to think cilantro tastes like soap. So if you're one of those people, you don't have to eat cilantro, but I love it. And I love it in guacamole. And so you can add your extra. And just a little quick mom kitchen hack, I actually use the scissors to cut the cilantro into little pieces to put into guacamole or into tacos, because slicing it is really laborious. So, and last but not least, cayenne pepper. Studies show that people with spicier diets have a 14% decreased risk of dying. Cayenne is great. It can boost your metabolism a little bit. I love to add it to chili. I added a little bit to guacamole. I pretty much added to everything on the table just to get a little metabolic boost. Plus, contrary to popular belief, it actually does not increase ulcers in your stomach. It can help ulcers heal. So all of these things not only amplify the flavor of your food, but they're going to make them so much healthier. And the key is to use them regularly.
Man, Dr. Jampolis, you're going to have to come back. That was so interesting. We had a whole bunch more questions for you, but we're out of time. But I'm going to start eating spicier food.
Yes,
I want to live longer. All right. Thank you so much. And for more information on Dr. Molina's podcast, head to WFLA.com/Bloom. And we've got a link there for you.
There's more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, scanning the body for early detection of heart disease and hundreds of different forms of cancer. Call now 813-524-1010 for your complimentary heart scan. Coming up on the Bloom Special, Margaret Zakarian is joining us in the Bloom kitchen with spaghetti squash Singapore noodles.
Cut it in half, put it in the oven, 30 minutes, 400 degrees. You can put a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's what happens.
Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special.
She is known for her work on the Great American Foodathon, the Great New York Foodathon, and Chopped, just to name a few. Joining us in the Bloom kitchen once again is Margaret Zakarian, who is nationally known for heading up Zakarian Hospitality. Margaret, it's so great to see you.
It's so nice to be back.
It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you and to be here with you ladies today to cook something really healthy.
Yeah, so what are you making? This looks amazing.
Okay, so we're making Singapore noodles. So I know everyone has their favorite noodle dish, like pad thai or fried rice. So this is a healthy take on a classic staple, which is Singapore noodles. But today we're gonna make it instead of noodles with spaghetti squash.
Okay.
Can I get started and show you guys
take it
how we do
away.
it? Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna roast a spaghetti squash. Gail, do you wanna lift that up and show the viewers what happens?
Microwave mine, but look how beautiful it is when you roast it.
Yeah, so you just cut it in half, put it in the oven, 30 minutes, 400 degrees. You could put a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and that's what happens. And you just use a fork and you just scrape it out, and it's just like noodles. You can add marinara sauce to something like this, or vegetables like a primavera. It's a great substitute for regular noodles. So we've got our noodles, we've roasted the squash. The second thing I did was scrambled up an egg, right?
Okay.
We all know that a fried rice has an egg in it. So same thing, just scramble an egg and leave it on the side. Good? We're good?
Yeah, we're good to
Okay,
go.
good. All right, so now in here I've got sesame oil and avocado oil. You could have, of course, used olive oil if you don't have avocado, but those are the two that I chose for today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add garlic, onion, red onion. And for this dish, I like to slice everything pretty thin so it cooks quickly. So I don't have a lot of time in the kitchen. So the smaller that you chop up and make your mise en place, the easier it is. And we've got cabbage. You could use red cabbage. Today I have yellow cabbage. We've got curry powder, which is actually the star of this dish, which I'll tell you in a minute, and some red chili. Again, you could lessen or increase.
Because that gives it a kick.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna just get that all going up, saute it around. Okay, so what makes this dish different is the curry. So you don't really see curry in other Asian noodle dishes. And this dish actually has nothing to do with Singapore at all whatsoever. So it came from a Cantonese chef in Hong Kong, and because of British colonialism, they brought curry powder to Asia. And he thought, okay, well, how can I use this Indian spice in my cooking? And hence this dish was born. So when you're cooking healthy, what really amps up a dish is, what you can do to substitute is add spices, which is what this dish really brings. So when you're taking out ingredients that have a lot of fat, which make it yummy, right? Like we don't want to use cream or beef that has a lot of fat in it that gives that flavor, or bacon. The more spices you add, when you're eating, you get that satisfying taste and flavor and mouthfeel. So I personally like this as a substitute when I'm trying to eat a little bit cleaner. Do you find that too in your cooking?
Yeah,
adding
absolutely.
spice, right?
And the theme is World of Flavor this month.
Exactly.
And so this fits in perfectly.
Exactly. Can you start to smell the spices toasting?
It's so fragrant.
It's really great. It's really great. Okay, so now we've got that sauteed up. Give it a little stir around. Now we're gonna get ready to add our spaghetti squash. And again, as much or as little as you like. You can just add it in here.
That looks so good.
Oh my gosh, the
Smells
smell
amazing.
is amazing, right?
Yes.
That's our noodles. And I've got green onion. Again, we have the red onion. The green onion we add later so it doesn't wilt. We want to keep a little bit of that green color.
Okay.
We don't want it to get brown, so we add it towards the end. And we're going to turn up the heat a little bit. And the key to this dish, too, if you don't have a lot of time at night, which many of us don't, that have children or families or lots of commitments, is do your mise en place in the morning.
Okay.
So get everything cut in the morning and set aside. And
then all you have to do then is roast.
right, you can even do that ahead.
Oh, that's right.
Just get it done ahead, and then you're set to go.
So this is a good meal prep one.
Easy, so easy. Okay, now we're gonna add some extra flavor. So we've got rice wine vinegar, we've got tamari, and we've got fish sauce. So that's gonna be the wet ingredient here. There we go. And it brings the heat down when you add liquid ingredients, so you just have to adjust keep the heat going on your stove.
Awesome.
And that's really it. We're gonna get this stirred up. We're gonna add the egg back in.
That looks amazing, Margaret. How are the girls doing? Her daughters, Madeline and Anna. Sorry, I was calling you one of the girls. They've been on the show cooking several times, and they're so adorable. Aww. Are they doing really well?
They're doing great. They loved this kind of food too, especially. Yeah. They love to cook. they're, you know, busy with their sports and schoolwork, and they were a little jealous that I was coming here today, and then they were.
Well, give them our regards.
I
This
will.
looks so good, and this is delicious. And for more information on Margaret Zakarian, you can just head to wfla.com/bloom, and you can follow her on Instagram at mzakarian.
We'll be back with more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this.
Coming up on Bloom, the Bloom Nutrition Special, the 4 healthy eating habits for women over 50.
Letting go of the idea of dieting when we're getting over the age of 50, we really need to let go of the idea. And when I say dieting, I mean cutting calories.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. Call 813-524-1010 for your complimentary heart scan.
Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special.
For National Nutrition Month, we are looking at 4 healthy eating habits after 50.
Joining us now is lifetime nutrition coach Lauren Kish with eating habits for active agers to feel better and live longer.
Welcome back to Bloom, Laura, and I am for sure an active ager.
I'm so glad to be back. Well, and the things that we're going to talk about today, all of us can benefit from, so it's great for all of your audience to hear.
Yeah, and by now we're all aware of the fact that metabolism definitely slows as we age, and statistically, you know, you start to gain like 11 to 20 pounds. Is it per year? What is
Per decade.
Per decade. Okay,
Yes.
so that's really, really scary. And so I'm trying to fight the clock here, and you've got the ingredients to do just that.
I mean, this is an important subject, and a lifetime of recognizing that. A lot of us are having children later in life, having grandchildren later in life. We want to be mobile longer and live a healthier way of life longer. We've actually just launched a new program called Aurora, which incorporates functional fitness programming, but in addition to that, it gives us healthy eating coaching and advice and guidance, so where we can help fight against that metabolism drop as we get older. I wish I could say that was a myth, but it's 100% fact. So the things we'll talk about today are just simple things you can incorporate in your diet at home to combat that metabolism drop as we get older.
Amazing. And what are things women can do to mitigate the effects of aging when it comes to diet and nutrition?
The first thing I want to talk about is letting go of the idea of dieting when we're getting over the age of 50. We really need to let go of the idea. And when I say dieting, I mean cutting calories. So instead of focusing on that calorie deficit, focus on nourishing our body. So choosing foods that are going to have high quality content to empower our body to live healthier and more, healthier immune system, more energy, fight against that metabolism. So we're going to create that mind shift when it comes to dieting versus nourishing our body.
So give us some specifics. You brought a beautiful layout here.
I
What are
brought
some
a
of the
lot of things for us to think about. As we're thinking about building our plate, we always want to start with about half your plate filled with colorful vegetables. And we want to have a variety of vegetables, create more nutrition to our body. We want those antioxidants, and they also bring in fiber to our body. Also incorporating protein. We want to think about a good quality protein, about the size of our fist or a little bit more, putting that on our plate. And then we also want to have really great fat sprinkled in as well. And we also want to think about our carbohydrates and making sure they're complex in nature and small in proportion. Super important.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot to think about. So you're saying as long as we're eating these good foods and we commit to this lifestyle change, which I definitely have, because to your point, I started to notice, after 50, that, it just wasn't as easy. And as soon as I started going to like Whole Foods and, eating the rainbow and that kind of stuff, it did make a significant difference. And especially I think with like inflammation.
Absolutely. Inflammation, the texture of your skin. We also have somebody in our family who later in life lost a lot of weight. And maybe the scale went down, but they didn't necessarily look healthy. So again, going back to those really nourishing things that we can put in our body. And I did bring some of my favorites that are staples in my household. And even if we're not at that 50-year-old or older mark, we can still benefit from incorporating. I don't know about you, but I love salmon. It's a great source of protein, great grass-fed. Beef is always a great option as well. And then we do eat a lot of eggs in our house as well. These are my favorite fats. Love them, can't live without them. Avocados are just so nutrient dense. My favorite nuts is going to be the almond and walnuts, and then we cannot get enough of extra virgin olive oil in our house. Love carrots, love beans, and as far as carbohydrates, the complex carbohydrates, sweet potatoes is my absolute favorite.
I love it. I know, Danielle, you're a nutritionist too, right?
Yes.
And so do you eat this style as well? Or I mean, do you lean one way or the other?
I definitely eat very similar to this, but I'm also all about like moderation and having a balanced diet, but this is definitely what I cook every week. So
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got a head start.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing it right now, where the rest of us kind of, I think, learned along the way, but now there's just such a wealth of information, and I know that's a lot of what you provide. As always, thank you for coming on Bloom today. I know you went through a lot of trouble for us. We really appreciate you joining us for the nutrition special. And if you want to find out more about Coach Lauren, head to wfla.com/Bloom, and we've got a link there for you.
there's more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this. Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special.
You know, as parents, we're always looking for clever ways to give our kids healthy snacks.
Joining us now is registered dietitian nutritionist Carissa Galloway with the snacks that are important for kids, especially with iron.
Welcome back to your old stomping grounds, Chris. It's so good to see you.
Thank you, Gail. Hi, Danielle. Yes, it's great to be here, and especially for this nutrition special. Thanks for letting me tap into my mom's side and my dietitian side.
Yeah, I was telling Danielle that you are a mom of two and a dietitian. So just curious, how do you plan snacks for your kiddos?
Well, for every parent out there, especially those of younger kids, the most important thing in planning snacks is always having snacks, because hangry and kids doesn't go well together. So the way I plan my kids' snacks is very similar to the way I plan snacks for myself or any clients I'm working with, is looking at the nutrition and what I'm giving. I don't want to give something without any benefit. So whether that's protein for satiety, fiber for digestive health, or specific nutrients that benefit our health, I want to make sure snacks have at least one of those. And for kids, I want to make sure snacks are non-perishable, so I can make sure that no matter what bag I grab, what car I'm in, I'm never without a snack.
And when do we not want to give snacks to kids?
That's a really good question. There was this really funny TikTok a while ago about a dad who was like, yeah, I made a foul. I gave kids a snack too close to dinner time. You don't want to do that before their big meals within maybe 45 minutes, because then the kid won't eat that meal. That's usually better balanced. So for those times, make sure you're hydrating, because just like in adults, dehydration can make us hungry or make us feel hungry. The same thing happens with kids. So again, just like adults and kids, and I know you guys don't need this cup, but my Elliot does, always make sure you have water around.
I don't know. I could use a cup with two handles on it, Carissa. Is there one nutrient that we should focus on for snacks?
Yeah, I like to focus on iron for snacks, because a lot of kids, especially our younger ones, aren't getting enough iron. And iron is really important. It's what helps transport oxygen all through our body. And if we're deficient in iron, we might even have some growth problems. So I like to make sure that when I think about snacks, I'm thinking about iron, because it really is easy to get it in non-vegetarian ways in snacks.
And what do you recommend for snacks that have iron in them?
Yeah, so you guys just saw a little graphic, so I'm going to kind of break it down. The first one I want to talk about are beans, which are in hummus. So I've got some hummus right here, and I've got carrots for dipping. Kids love to dip, and there's so many colors of hummus now. I'm sure you guys have seen. There's like chocolate hummus, apple pie hummus, beet hummus. All of that is exciting flavors for kids and allows them to dip and get that iron. Here I made these little date rolls. They've got dates, they've got pecans, they've got cinnamon and a little cacao powder. So this is a really easy bite that's gonna get you some iron. Also raisins. Raisins are a food that are great for kids that are 2 and older. And that's a great way to make a trail mix with raisins and pumpkin seeds. And then super easy cereal. Little kids like my Elliot love dry cereal. One serving of this has 20% of your daily intake of iron. And then again, back to the beans, these are chickpea puffs. So they're like Cheetos, but they're way better for you. They've got plant protein, fiber, and again, iron. So for parents, just do a little label reading. There might be things like the Cheerios you already have in your house that are gonna be really great sources of iron, or things you haven't thought about, like chickpea puffs or hummus, that you can sort of regularly work into the diet that's gonna benefit your kids. And all of these foods, parents, dry cereal's good for you, are gonna benefit you too.
So Carissa, we got a minute or so left. It gives us a little time to catch up on you and the kiddos. How's everything going? How are the kids?
Everyone's doing very well. I believe fingers crossed, Elliot is over there in his room taking a nap, but we're just really enjoying our time. My husband is working from home now, so we're able to travel. Races are back. As you guys might remember, I work as a race announcer, so it's been really fun. Getting back into the groove, sort of traveling, being able to connect the nutrition with runners and racing and do things. My father-in-law, Jeff Galloway, as you guys have had on the show before, he was just here. He just left last night, so he had a little babysitting duty as well. So I really miss the Bloom set. I miss all the good work you guys do, bringing health and wellness to the lives of people in Tampa Bay. But as any mom can attest to, when the kids are little, it's just really great to be able to spend that time with them. And they need a lot. My 1-year-old needs a lot of attention, so I'm glad to be able to give that to him.
Everyone really misses you around here. Danielle saw you on Instagram, and as you know, she was the original host of Bloom, which was so cool. She helped launch the show, which is all about health and wellness.
Amazing.
I know you're all about that too.
Yes.
So, Carissa, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to see you.
For more
Thank you
info,
guys. Keep doing that good work. And Danielle, awesome job on the nutrition special.
thank you.
For more information on Carissa, you can head to wfla.com/Bloom, and we've got a link there for you.
We'll be back with more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this.
Coming up on Bloom, the Bloom Nutrition Special with my celebrity co-host, nutritionist and top model, Daniielle Knudson. She's putting me through a killer workout.
Fitness and nutrition go hand in hand, and as important as it is to work out and move your body every day, you need to be eating right too.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, scanning the body for early detection of heart disease and hundreds of different forms of cancer. Call now 813-524-1010 for your complimentary heart scan.
Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special. Portion size is everything when you're trying to get your diet plan in check.
That's right. Brian Adamo of Whole Body Fuel is back on Bloom to help us get our portions right. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me back. I appreciate it. We have some awesome material planned for you guys today. We're going to be focusing all on superfoods and really how to procure those superfoods, educating, knowing what's in these ingredients that's going to help you battle some of the tough things you're trying to get over.
Yeah, so kind of walk us through what you've got. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, well, first we're going to start with a little herb marinade, okay? So olive oil, garlic, both of those things have powerful antioxidants, help you battle disease, cancer, stuff like that. So we're just going to quickly mix it up. Very, very basic. 5 ingredients or less in this marinade. Super easy. Anybody can do it at home. It's also easy for, a single portion, or if you're, eating with a loved one or even a family. This is the kind of meal that, you could have larger formats of all these ingredients at the dinner table and kind of, how like you do a build your own taco bowl. This is kind of a similar application. So real quick, this was salt, pepper, basil, parsley, lemon juice, okay?
That smells so good, doesn't
Oh
it?
yeah, this is nice. This is really, really easy to do at home. Very, very healthy. Okay, we used 2 different kinds of olive oil actually. We blended 2 different ones. One is a cold press, first cold press, and the other is something that's a little bit more applicable for like sauteing and grilling, stuff like that. So, I'm gonna come in here.
So you're just gonna sear that up a little?
Yep, we're gonna sear this up. I want this to splatter on you
Yeah,
guys.
we were both like, Brian, you do you.
Your outfits are a little bit nicer than mine is, not gonna lie. Okay, so while that's going, just real quick, we'll talk. The first thing that we're gonna build our bowl with is spinach, okay? Spinach is very, very high in vitamin A. It's immunity fighting. It's really, immunity producing. And it's very good for your skin, your hair, and your bones, okay? So we're gonna start with a little base of that. This cooks up. And again, like whenever you go to procure these ingredients, it's really important that you're shopping with a little bit of integrity. There's a lot of junk out there. So like whenever I go to source chicken, I always try to source something that's local, try to source something free range, and definitely organic. Something like that's going to cook up really quickly. You can see we're really quickly on the way there. So after the spinach goes down, we have some quinoa. It is considered a superfood. It's extremely high in protein. For every 1 cooked cup is about 9 grams of protein. And it also has 9 essential amino acids that your body can't produce on its own. So, we have to look to food to supplement some of those acids, and this is a great way to do that. That being said, if you're looking for something grain-free, you can always use like a sweet potato or some butternut squash. But this is a very, very nice alternative to some of the more, fattening carbohydrates and bases that are out there. So this is just going to keep going.
It looks like, I know you source the chicken, and chicken is, really a great staple for so many people, but looks like you could even do this vegan the way you've got it set up.
Absolutely. I mean, if you ever wanted to switch out an animal protein for a vegetable, portobello mushroom's great for that. They go on the grill, wonderfully.
Are you vegan or do you eat meat?
I eat everything.
She eats everything.
From Canada,
really?
so
You would never know by
everything.
looking at you. You look great.
Hey, that's what it takes to stay
balanced
healthy,
diet.
though, right?
Yeah,
Everything in
absolutely.
moderation, everything in balance.
Yeah.
But just looking over at some of these other ingredients that we have, we're going to garnish our bowl with tomatoes. Very, very high in lycopene, which is an extremely powerful antioxidant, and it helps reduce blood sugar, helps lower blood pressure. So definitely very, very powerful superfood there. Same with avocado. Avocado helps promote healthy gut bacteria, which again helps fight inflammation, helps keep us on track. This is one of the foods that if you ever had to, you could live off this. Not that I would recommend that.
But it's good to know you could.
But I mean, it is tremendously nutrient dense. So,
Well, we'll let you play because I want to give folks your information, because we're happy to be having Brian here cooking in the kitchen with us today, but he makes these meals and ships them across Tampa Bay. So if you want more information about Brian and Whole Body Fuel, just head to wfla.com/Bloom, and we've got a link there for you.
Thank you, Gail.
Yeah.
There's more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this.
Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special. My co-host Danielle is a certified personal trainer, and you're a nutritionist too, right?
Yes.
And she is out with a new app, Level Up by DK. So tell us about the app. It sounds cool. You started it about 2 years ago, but it hasn't fully launched. It just launched.
It just launched.
Okay.
Yes.
So you train folks, and you also have 2 other trainers that you work with, right?
Yes. So Level Up by DK is a health and wellness fitness app where we have multiple trainers, female and male, and we're all about working smarter, not harder. So all of our workouts are 3 to 30 minutes max that you can do anywhere.
That is so cool. And you also offer something for everyone, like from Pilates to bar, more high energy, high impact.
Yes.
So it's something for everyone.
Exactly. We have something for all levels, no matter what level you're at. If you're a beginner, or you need low impact, or you want cardio or HIIT, or you're an expert, we have something for you.
And this is really exciting because, a lot of people, have gotten used to working out at home during the pandemic, and they kind of like the comfort of being in their own house.
Yeah.
So this is just a simple app that you download, and you can use it really anywhere and work out around the clock if you want to.
Yeah, you can use it anywhere. We have a really cool calendar thing, so you can schedule your workouts, add them, and we'll send you reminders, and you can work out with us or choose when you want to do it.
So you kind of keep us motivated.
Exactly.
How did you come up with the idea?
I've always been really passionate about health and wellness, and given the pandemic, I really put that into high gear and was like, I'm going to do something with this, get all my certifications, and help people.
That is really, really exciting. Now, is there a nutrition element to the app as well, or is it just strictly workouts?
Yes, lots of nutrition. We have nutritional guides. We work with a few chefs. We have a lot of amazing recipes that are easy to follow and make.
And you say that truly that,
without nutrition. I mean, you kind of have to have this holistic approach to fitness because it's one goes with the other.
Absolutely. I think fitness and nutrition go hand in hand, and as important as it is to work out and move your body every day, you need to be eating right too.
All right, so Danielle's going to take me through a workout. I think I'm ready. It's 3 minutes. Hopefully I won't be huffing and puffing too much. So how do we get started?
You'll be good. 3
All right.
minutes. So we're going to start with a little warm up. We're going to bring
Okay.
some knees up, high knees, doing some marches. We're going to add our arms. Good work. We're going to bring those arms up above our head. We're going to add a twist from side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to slow down your marches. We're going to bring our arms out. We're going to do some arm circles. So you're going to do circles backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now bring those circles forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to bring your arms up into a goalpost position. You're going to close them and open them, focusing on your chest and your back as you squeeze your arms open. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying in this position, we're going to fold our arms forward and come back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Last one for arms. You're going to put your hands together and your elbows together in a prayer position. You're just going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Drop your arms. Moving on to our lower body next. We're going to have a nice wide stance with your feet slightly pointed out. We're going to mainly focus on our inner thighs. You're going to stand up nice and tall. You're going to squat down nice and low.
Like a plie or something?
Exactly. As you come up, squeeze the booty, engage the core.
Okay.
So we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying in that squat, you're going to raise your right heel. We're just going to pulse it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching to your left heel now, same thing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Done with thighs. How are you feeling?
That was good. Feeling really good.
Good. Moving
All
on
right.
to our final exercise, which is a plank, which is one of my favorite things to do. Because a plank, if you strengthen your core, you're going to protect your back and your entire body. So we're
Okay.
going to do 3 different levels. We're going to start on our forearm. So level 1 is just holding your plank. Level 2, shifting your weight forward and back, forward and back. And level 3 is army crawl forward and army crawl back. A little bit harder.
Yeah, that's a little bit harder, but it's good. You can feel that core strength.
Exactly. So planks are amazing. They work your entire body, which is one of my favorite things to do. So you'll find a lot of those in my programs, especially always holding a plank at the end of your workout.
That was a great full body workout. Thank you so much, Danielle. I love that. And for more information on Danielle and Level Up by DK, all you have to do is head to wfla.com/Bloom, and we've got a link there for you. There's more of the Bloom Nutrition Special, so stick around so we can Welcome back to the Bloom Nutrition Special. Danielle just put me through an amazing workout, a level up workout, and now she's treating me with a smoothie. It's a post-workout smoothie, right?
Yes. So this is a post or pre-workout smoothie, the green smoothie bowl actually. So it's super healthy and very easy to make. So to start, we're going to do 2 cups of frozen pineapple, which is a great source of so many vitamins.
And that's a good idea because you're making a smoothie, so why not have your fruit be frozen?
Exactly.
I love it.
1 cup spinach, because we love spinach. Get your greens in. And then we will have 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, which is a great source of protein, especially after working out.
You know, I use chia seeds a lot and flax seeds a lot, but I haven't tried hemp seed. Is it good?
I love hemp seeds. I like how much protein's in them, and I mean, they blend up so nicely in anything you're making. So then we'll use 1 full avocado.
And we had one guest tell us earlier on the show that we could live off avocados, apparently.
Yes, we love avocados. They are full of the good fat that you need in your body. And then we have 1 cup almond milk, dairy-free, which I prefer.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I drink almond milk too. And that's unsweetened, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So then we just blend it. Super quick. 1 more. Perfect. So blend that up super quick. And we put it in our bowl.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you can try it.
And then you just garnish it with the blueberries?
Yeah, so
and
we have blueberries, coconut shavings, granola, just to add a little something extra.
That looks amazing. Now, I know on your Level Up app, you do workouts. Do you offer fitness tips, or is that just people that follow you on Instagram and stuff like that?
So it's a fitness app, but we also do a lot of nutrition. So there's nutrition guides, a ton of amazing recipes. We work with a chef actually out of Canada. Her name is Rochelle. She's amazing. So we have her recipes, my recipes, and yeah, lots of nutrition tips.
This looks amazing. And you say that you can do this either before or after a workout.
Pre or post workout.
After the show, I'm going to have to continue to work out. It's so much good stuff.
Well, I would love for you to try it.
Thank you. That's awesome. It's so sweet. Let me taste it.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Sweet enough with the pineapple, but then
I love it.
don't even taste the spinach, and the avocado makes it nice and creamy.
I love it. And it's so great that you're able to help people not only with their fitness, because with their nutrition, because that's really the biggest part of the journey, really. If you can't have one without the other.
Absolutely. I think fitness and nutrition go hand in hand, and I mean, as important as it is to work out, I think your nutrition and your diet needs to be in check as well.
Yeah, because then you're doing
the
all that
best
work
results.
for nothing, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, for Danielle's recipe and all the info on Level Up by DK, all you have to do is head to WFLA.com/Bloom, and I put a link there for you. And there's more of the Bloom Nutrition Special right after this. Thanks again, it's amazing.
Of course.
Call 813-524-1010 for your complimentary heart scan. Thanks for tuning into Bloom today. And Danielle, thank you so much for being my special co-host today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
And everybody, you have to follow Danielle on social media and definitely sign up for her Level Up by DK app. And be sure to follow Bloom on social media, Facebook @Bloom TV Show, Twitter @BloomTV1, and Instagram @Bloom_TV. And we hope you'll tune in again on the next Bloom presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We'll meet a funny dentist who wrote the children's book, Enamel the Camel.
And our vet tells us about the end-of-life care for older pets.
Plus, Chef Katie Chin will be back for another Cooking Fun's the Cure segment, so stay healthy, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.